lemon, some lime.
Do you think you have what it takes to be a master sommelier?
Maybe off chance it could be like a Grenache Blanc.
You'd have to be pretty good at this, blind wine tasting.
I'll go with a Grenache blend coming from France. I think this is Châteauneuf-du-Pape.
Only about 5% of the people who take the exam pass it, and Chris Gaither is one of them.
Is this something you just knew would happen for you?
It's something that came with a lot of perseverance and a lot of tenacity.
Seeing Chris in Ungrafted, the San Francisco wine bar he co-owns, it's hard to imagine he didn't know too much about wine until college, when he got a job at a restaurant where he needed to. And he liked it.
Eventually, I became one of the people at the restaurant that knew about all the producers, and I would have my coworkers asking me, hey, what does this one taste like? What does that one taste like? Can you talk to my table over here about this wine coming from Campania? What is that, Terrassi?
He decided to pursue wine as a career, moving from Georgia to California for a coveted internship at the French Laundry.
Coming to San Francisco and becoming a part of the wine community in San Francisco, I really, really enjoyed it and haven't looked back.
Chris set his sights on becoming a master sommelier, a person who specializes in all aspects of wine service and wine and food pairing. He passed the advanced sommelier exam on the first try and also met the woman who would become his wife.
We met when we were waiting for results at the advanced exam, which at the time was being held at Disneyland.
The two ended up getting married, opening Ungrafted, and becoming parents, all while trying to become master sommeliers. Rebecca passed the exam in 3 tries, but Chris kept coming up short.
It was really, really difficult. She did most of the work, and I'm truly grateful for it. But she also motivated me. She said, you know you can do this.
I think what I said was, you have to do this.
The Master Sommelier Diploma has 4 stages that culminate in a 3-part exam that covers theory, service, and tasting.
You have to taste 6 wines, blind, not knowing what they are, and you have to describe them in no uncertain detail. You have to get most of them correct in terms of what you're calling them. And you have to do that in 25 minutes. Medium plus alcohol, on the verge of almost high.
While Chris has it down now, that part took him 7 tries to pass. And in 2022, 10 years after starting the process, Chris became a master sommelier.
The first feeling was just relief. Finally, did it, done.
Now, Chris is one of only 4 Black master sommeliers in the world, a reflection of his experience in the wine industry.
I've been either the only or maybe one of a handful of Black people at every restaurant I've worked at in my whole career. Something in me just wanted to keep going. This is a Grain of Veltliner from Bacal. Great, got that one.
Now, every Thursday, Chris does blind tastings at Ungrafted for fun, sharing them online with his followers and inviting others to try in person at the restaurant. A welcome to the world of wine for those who might not always feel it.
I'm hoping that this shows people that it can be done and that this motivates and encourages other people that look like us to do it. Really high quality, really tasty, and it is perfect.